Talia found her first experience of shopping for clothes overwhelming. Dresses, tops, shorts, pants, skirts, shoes, hats, boots, jackets, cardigans. Everything looked good, and she didn't dare make any requests. Bryn expertly removed clothes from Talia and put new ones on, and Essie went out to get the right size or color when needed. When Essie came out of the dressing room the second time, she changed the sign on the door to closed and locked the door so that new customers didn't come. The two of them committed to serving Talia, convinced that would please Damon.
"This green dress goes great with your hair,"
Essie exclaimed.
"This silvery top looks cute and makes your eyes sparkle,"
Bryn chimed in. They praised everything, and after the fifth outfit, Talia tuned them out. Damon used his alpha hearing to listen to every word, and he tried to imagine how those clothes fit Talia. Did she smile while looking at herself in the mirror? He really wanted to see her. After some time, Talia lifted her hands, preventing Bryn from putting another top on her.
I think this seems enough."
Essie and Bryn frowned in disapproval.
"You still need to try these."
Essie gestured to the latest pile that she brought into the dressing room.
"We've been here for a while, and Alpha Damon seems busy. I don't want to risk him being late for something important because of this,"
Talia spoke. Essie and Bryn exchanged glances and nodded in agreement. They got carried away, thinking that if it pleased Talia, it would put them in good books with their alpha. Damon didn't shop often, and this represented his first time in their boutique. But they didn't consider that this might interfere with his schedule, which might make him angry.
"All right,"
Bryn spoke and gestured to the neatly stacked clothes.
"These all fit you well. Which one do you want?"
Talia took a few seconds to visually inspect the choices. She picked one dress, one top, and one pair of jeans, and then she reached for a pair of white tennis shoes. Talia didn't like skirts or high-heeled shoes, and with what she picked, she thought that she got a bit of everything.
"I will take this."
Bryn's displeasure looked obvious.
"Only those? What about a jacket and some accessories?"
Talia looked at the pile of clothes and shoes longingly.
"Everything you showed me looks wonderful, but I don't have money. When I repay Alpha Damon and earn more, I will come back and get something else."
Damon felt shocked by Talia's words. She wanted to repay him for the clothes? Didn't he tell her that she didn't need to pay for anything? But then, this represented Talia, and she always acted in unexpected ways. The more Damon found out about Talia, the more he realized how she differed from any other woman he met. Bryn and Essie felt flabbergasted. How could Talia talk so openly about not having money? And what meant that thing about repaying Alpha Damon? This represented his pack, and technically the store belonged to him also. He provided the whole pack with benefits, and usually no one in the Darkborn charged Alpha Damon for goods and services.
"It seems she represents just a refugee, maybe just passing by,"
Essie spoke through the mind link to Bryn. Bryn agreed. "Yeah, why did I think that Alpha would look at such a scrawny woman? It's obvious that he does this out of pity." In the next moment, Essie and Bryn found it difficult to breathe. "I asked you to help her pick clothes, not to gossip." Damon's icy voice sounded in Bryn's and Essie's head, and the two of them visibly paled.
"Do you think that this seems too much?"
Talia asked two saleswomen. She saw their expressions change, but she felt unsure about the cause.
"Maybe I should get only the dress then."
"Pack everything that fits her. You have 2 minutes." Damon spoke to Essie and Bryn through the mind link. "If I hear any rumors about this, I know where to find you." Talia watched as Bryn and Essie scrambled through the dressing room. They filled their hands with clothes and shoes and dashed out without telling Talia what happened. One moment, Essie and Bryn forced clothes on her with smiles on their faces. Then they asked her to pick with stern expressions, and then they just left frantically. Talia felt unsure what to think of this. Maybe everyone in this pack acted moody like Alpha Damon. When they got close to the pack house, Damon mind-linked Maya and Caden. "Where is Casey?"
"She stayed in the living room, waiting for you,"
Maya responded. "Keep Casey busy. We will be there in a minute. Don't let Casey see Talia." Damon didn't want to hide Talia, But if Casey saw her, it would cause more drama and it might upset Talia more. Casey represented a loose cannon. Damon got out of the car and helped Talia out, but this time he didn't let go of her hand. He almost ran up the stairs and Talia had difficulty keeping up with him. He halted his steps when they reached the 3rd floor and looked at Talia, who caught her breath. "If this gets you winded, you should exercise more." He spoke flatly. Talia looked at him dejectedly.
No amount of exercise will help me keep up with you.
"With your speed or with your mood?" Damon smirked. "We will see about it. We start after Travis says that you healed." Talia's lips twitched as she felt a calamity approaching. Did he say, "we start"? What did that mean about we? Damon glanced towards the stairs, wondering if Casey would act brazen enough to come after them. She should know that the 3rd floor stayed off limits, but Casey represented the one who ignored the rules. He opened the door of Talia's room and practically pushed her in. "I have something urgent to handle. Get in and take a rest. Someone will get your clothes up." And just like that, he closed the door and left. Talia stared at the closed door with a frown, but a second later she shook her head and went to bed. This whole experience felt mentally exhausting, and she didn't want to do it again. One good thing involved that it seems she finished dealing with Alpha Damon for today. Damon instructed Maya and Stephanie through the mind link to help take bags from the trunk to Talia's room.
You seem difficult to see.
Casey spoke to Damon as she approached him when he descended the stairs to the main level. "I seem busy," Damon responded curtly and headed out. Damon nearly blew a fuse in the boutique when he heard how Issy and Bryn spoke about Talia, and he needed to steam out, so he went to the training grounds. Casey stood in the hallway and pouted. Sure, Alpha Damon always seemed busy, but normally she could see him over meals and in the evening, yet now he seemed impossible to catch, and she still didn't get a chance to find out what happened in the Red Moon Pack. Casey's eyebrows shot up with curiosity when she saw Maya and Stephanie, both with hands full of bags that clearly came from a boutique in Darkbourne. Casey visited here many times, so she felt familiar with the town and shops. She glanced through the main door and saw that those came from the trunk of Damon's car.
Did Alpha Damon return from shopping?
Casey asked Maya. Maya smirked.
What do you think?
Casey's expression darkened. Didn't he say that he seemed busy? And he went shopping? Casey craned her neck to see what's in the bags, but other than one piece of white fabric with lace on the edge, she didn't see much. Casey frowned while looking up, just enough to see that Stephanie and Maya went all the way up to the 3rd floor. Did he buy presents for someone? But there existed no guess other than Casey, and it didn't make sense that Damon would buy clothes for Stephanie or for Maya. Casey's face exploded into a smile when she concluded that those clothes must belong to her. Yes, it made sense. Alpha Damon avoided her and pretended to seem busy while secretly he went to buy clothes for her, and he would give them to her as part of some surprise. Did he plan for a romantic dinner? Who knew? Maybe he would ask her to become his Luna. Casey told herself not to spoil the surprise. She would pretend that she didn't see anything, and when the time came, she would show him her best amazed expression. Casey hummed a tune and went to her room with a spring in her step.
Wait, that's not the end. You've just had a free taste. Now get the full story on the Pocket FM app, link in description. Check out our next video and playlist, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.